Hello everyone, I'm Maria from the Richardson Simple Living. I'm not doing a home education vlog this morning because it's been bank holiday and we've not really done a lot, to be honest. So I haven't really got anything to show you as such this morning, so I thought what I'd do, just show you my greenhouse. I know that we've been and done the April gardening collab a couple of days ago, so you've seen what was going on there, but it has progressed a bit since then. We've now got most of the vegetables in the garden, well in fact except for the peas we've got them all in. We did put the leeks on because look, since I spoke to you they've grown even bigger, so I thought, oh, we're putting them under polytunnels, so we'll just pop them in and see how they do. So we put a row of onions and red and white, and then we put a row of these with them and covered them all over. So yeah, we even put the cauliflower in because that came on quite well, and I thought, well, it'd be safe enough under the polytunnels. I think it's given out a bit of frost midweek, later in the week, I'm not sure, we'll see what happens, but it should be safe under there, it should be all right under there. And it's pouring with rain today, you might be able to hear it on the top of the roof. It's absolutely pouring down, but it did forecast heavy rain and winds for the early part of this week. I think it's giving out rain most of the week actually, so I'm hoping it does change. But as you know, my husband's a window cleaner and he needs to go and do his 2 days of work, so we're hoping it does change, at least for 2 days. So yeah, that's all out there now. The garden's all set nicely. Like I say, it's just the peas, they're still struggling on. We've got a couple of long ones, you can probably just see them here, of these pots that I'm going to be filling. Some of them are ready to go out, but then others where I had to replant some peas because nothing was happening. They're only that big, so we've got quite a lot that are that big that obviously aren't ready to go out yet. So I don't know what to do. Do I put some out, the bigger ones, or do I wait? The trouble is, if I wait too long, they're throwing off the little feeler things to wrap around, so maybe they should go out, or they're going to start wrapping around each other, and then I'll have a job and a half with them. So I think maybe I should work out which I think are big enough when the rains pass and put them out. Now those beans I showed you the other day, they've actually come on, and I mean it's only been a couple of days since we last did the gardening collab and I showed you what was happening, but look at that, these were the ones that looked like aliens because they'd grown all upside down and that, but they've turned their way round to the light and they're growing upwards now. So I'm going to leave them get quite big, and all the good ones that do so will just double up with the others, but it looks like I'm going to have a few more from them anyway, so all was not lost there. So what I'm going to do today, I want to take a couple of tomato plants. I look like I've got, I'm not sure if it's an onion in there or a leek growing amongst them, I don't know what it is, but I mean look at the size of them now, and they're quite sturdy stalks. So I want 2 of them. We always grow 2 lots and you get ample tomatoes because we don't all eat tomatoes, but for what we use we'll get plenty off 2 plants. And of course I'm growing cherry tomatoes as well this year, so 2 is certainly ample. So I'm going to try and get the 2 nicest biggest ones, and I want to plant them in these pots that I've already done with compost, pop them in there and let them grow on a bit more before they go into the big tubs that stay in here down in the corner behind me. And also, if you can see there, the cucumbers. Now the leaves at the bottom have gone a bit yellow, so that's telling me that they really do need to be repotted. So we'll find a couple of nice big ones. I found a lot of my green pots are breaking this year, really brittle and snapping, but I've had them for a few years, so I'm assuming I need more. So perhaps the end of the season, if I go into, I think Pound Stretchers I got these from, if I go in there, I'll be able to pick them up quite cheaply, ready for next year. So you can see, nice big one. Looks even bigger now I've took it out of there. I'm just going to plant them into here. I was just thinking, I don't know if my watering can in here has got any water in it. which is a bit worrying because it means I've got quite a lot to fill it up. Normally I keep it filled up, but I think Dean's been pinching water out of it. So I don't know what the water situation's like. I may have to go out in the rain. So I'm just going to put a bit of compost around the edge of that, and then we'll do another tomato one. I am such a messy gardener, tell you, really messy I am. Compost goes everywhere. I get covered whatever I do. I had a Jaffa cake this morning. I got more chocolate off the Jaffa cake on me than there was on the Jaffa cake, and now how that came about. And the husband goes, look at the state of you. Yeah, one. Oh dear, terrible. So there we go, look, so I'll show you. That's in a big pot now. Save some old plant pots. I think that's what we're having. They came in years ago, but they're a good sized pot. So it's got room now to grow quite a bit bigger before I need to transplant it into the really big pot. So hopefully that should go all right. We'll do another one behind it. See, that way. I tend to find all the light comes this way, so I find myself switching plants around because they go toward the light. So I have to switch them around to get them to have the light, otherwise they'll be bent right over. So, I wonder what I do with them then. So we'll have a look what else we've got. Nice big one. Nice, good, solid looking one. I mean, they're all pretty good and robust looking. It's just a case now, I've got so many, it's finding somebody who might want tomato plant, because you don't want to chuck them. I mean, you're throwing food away if you throw them, aren't you? And I don't want to do that. Just top it up with a little bit more. So no, I don't want to do that. So what's everybody been doing on the bank holiday weekend? Anyway, anything exciting? I mean, there's not a lot of places open that you can do a lot at the minute, but you know, we've been gardening all weekend, hence why everything's got into the garden now. So we thought we'll do all that because, as I said previously, probably months ago, that we want to redo the whole house up and extend the kitchen. When we were doing the cooking vlogs, I was probably telling you then and showing you that bottom end where you saw the door, and we're going to knock that wall out. I mean, it's only a partition wall we put in originally anyway, so it shouldn't take much to come out. So we want to knock that out and extend the kitchen. Well, I've been saying I'm going to be doing it since February time. We were hoping to do it, but we've not got round to it. Just not got round to it. I mean, where does the time go? Where does it go? And don't somebody tell me round the clock. That's what I tell my kids when they go, where does the time go? Round the clock. But what am I doing? But yeah, we're hoping now to start it. I mean, this coming weekend we've got an hectic weekend. I'm hoping Dean gets out to work for 2 days. We've got to go and help somebody do something on one of those days as well this week. Friday my daughter's got the opticians, and so we're organised to do our shopping at the same time because it's all in the same place to go shopping. So we'll do the shopping and take my daughter to the optician on Friday. That's my eldest daughter. The youngest one's due to go and must make her appointment now. She's had a letter. And then Saturday we've got a family thing, like an interment, an ashes interment from my auntie and my uncle. My uncle died a few years ago, not long after my mum, actually about a year after my mum, so we're talking about 4 years ago now. But they kept the ashes in the house, and now my auntie's died as well. They're going to do them together, so that's taking place Saturday coming. So I've got quite an hectic week, so we're not going to start the building work this week on the renovations. So hopefully it's going to be the week after. I mean, my idea is that we're going to have a nice, slow, simple life. That's just what we're working towards. And you know, every time you say the word simple, slow, especially slow, things get faster and more and more. So maybe I should say I want to live life in the fast lane and perhaps slow down a bit then. Always does the opposite of what I say. Anyway, I've got 2 tomatoes now, so I'm going to take out the cucumber. We did cucumber last year, but something ate it, so they're not a bad size. As you can see though, look, the bottom's gone a bit yellow, so I think it definitely needs more space. So I'll pop that into here. I've got 3 cucumbers. One's not as good as the others. One's a little bit on the straggly side, but I think we'll pot it anyway and see what it does. Got to give it a chance. Then I've got to find somebody who wants to take all these seeds. Oh, well, not seeds. Baby plants now. Vegetables left over. Because I don't want to throw them away, because it's throwing food away, isn't it? And they've come on so good. I don't want to do that. I'll do another one. So I don't really know. Probably have to advertise on Facebook or something like that if anybody wants any. A lot of people sell the plants, but I imagine a lot of people have got the plants in by now as well. There's another one. Looking nice, and it's got a nice fresh top on it. So I'll put it in here and keep it afloat. I'm not sure what killed it last year. It's like something had eaten the leaves and left just the stalk. So I'm not sure what that was. If anybody has any idea what kind of insect can come in a greenhouse and eat the leaves, I don't know. But they were smaller than this when they ate them. So there's a good chance this year, because they seem a bit bigger than what they had last year. Can you hear it raining out there? It's absolutely throwing down. But I think there's high winds and things like that forecast, especially for some parts of the country. I think that might need a bit more actually. And then what I'll do then, when I've done these, I'll stand them in trays. So once I've watered them once, I just put water in the tray and let it absorb it. So where's that other one? This is a really little one. Don't know whether to leave it in there a bit longer to do whatever it wants to do. I think I might leave it in there a bit longer, to be honest, because it's not very big. And I don't know whether putting it in there might get lost, or whether we'll give it a whirl. Should we give it a whirl? Go on then. We'll try it. We'll put it in and see. It's much smaller. It did come through a lot later than the others, but it doesn't seem as solid as the others. It's not very good, this one isn't. I don't know if it'll live. It's not even come out as good as the others. All the soil's broken apart. We'll put it in there and we'll see what it does. You've got to give it a chance, haven't you? I mean, really, I only want 2 plants, but if it lives, somebody might have it. Just don't want to destroy it. Right then, I've got 1 big pumpkin there. I might pot that up actually. I've got 1 pot left, so I might as well put that 1 pumpkin in that's looking quite full. I'll put these tomatoes back. See, I've got quite a lot here. And that was only a few out of the bag, it wasn't all of them. So I've got more for next year. But then I'll have to see if somebody wants some, because if they get left too long, they'll end up dying because the roots will run out of space. Now, what did I say? Pumpkin. This is the biggest one I've got. That's coming on quite nice. So what we'll do is put that in. It's wet enough, so it should come out. Tap it. Oh yeah, I can feel it coming. So put that down there. You can see it's all coiling, the roots are. If we pop it in there, it's lovely and moist anyway. Put a bit of dry around it. And that one might as well start growing. They're going to be going on the front garden, because my eldest daughter, who loves decorating for Halloween, she thinks it will be really great and authentic to have pumpkins going all along the lawn. Not quite sure how it's going to work out when Dean wants to mow it though. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, I think. So yeah, So that's them potted. That's it, I think. We don't need to do no more. The other two aren't big enough yet. One's getting there. Well, two are getting there and the others are just forming. So I'll leave them. What to do now is give them a good watering. I'll go and give them a good watering, and I'll pop them into some black trays, like these trays, so it catches the water. Then I can just put water in the trays from then onwards and it'll absorb them. So yeah, everything's coming on great. The only thing I'm a bit worried about is under them polytunnels is slugs. Now it started raining, especially, I mean, I've not seen any so far, but now we're getting the rain and the weather is getting a bit warmer. Slugs. I'm not sure what to do about them. I imagine they're getting the polytunnels. My husband said they won't get in the polytunnels, so slugs live underground, they'll come up in the polytunnel. Oh yeah. So that will need to be dealt with. I'll have to put some slug pellets down or something, I suppose, see what I can get. I did put some around the beans, but they're all netted off so no birds can get in there or anything like that. So as long as everything's safely netted off and nothing can get in, it should be all right. But we'll see. We'll keep an eye on the situation and see. So that's them done. I think I might have to mark that's a cucumber because it looks very much like the pumpkin at the minute. I'll be wondering what's what. So yeah, that's it for today. Like I said, I haven't done a homeschool vlog today because we're not really done a great deal. I mean, she has been outside. Sean, we've had a granddaughter stay over the weekend and they've been outdoors. They've been doing chalk art on the floor, and Sean's been practicing drawing country humans with the chalk on the floor. They come out quite good actually. They're washed away now, of course. And yesterday they were out painting. They were sat with paint and they were doing painting on canvases. Sean tried to do some country humans on canvases, but it didn't quite work out on canvas, so she switched and started doing them as flags, which looked quite good, they did. So that's what they were doing yesterday. I did think about filming that, but I haven't got permission to film a granddaughter, and they were sat side by side, so I've never asked whether it'd be okay for her to be on the vlogs, because I've kept it quiet, although most of the family have found me. So hello family. But yeah, but I haven't told everybody, so I don't really want to put the grandchildren on without the parents knowing. So we'll see. I didn't film it in the end, but I did think about it yesterday. I thought, oh, this would look lovely on a vlog, sitting doing the paintings on canvas and things like that. But maybe as the weather gets better and the children start to come more, I'll have to have a word with the parents and actually tell them what I do, because I was keeping it so quiet. That's probably why I've only got 52 subscribers, because I don't tell anybody. But thinking of subscribers, thank you for everybody who subscribed. I've had some new ones, and I had a new lady, I think it was the other day. Sometimes YouTube tells me I've got new ones, and who you are, and sometimes it doesn't, they just appear. So thank you everybody who subscribed. It does mean a lot to me, and like I say, I don't know if you subscribe for the gardening or for the homeschooling or just simple life, watching life videos, I don't know, but that's what we're all about. We do homeschooling. We are concentrating on building up a little teeny tiny homestead in our back garden and to try and live self-sufficient as we possibly can. Yeah, well, semi-self-sufficient. I suppose it's very difficult to live completely self-sufficient. In our case, we wouldn't be able to, but as much as we can. And of course, there's life in the mix as well, when we're able to go and do some fun stuff and maybe be able to film some of those things as well. So yes, thank you to all you new subscribers, and I hope you stick by us and continue to watch. I'm hoping that things get better as things start opening up and we can show you a lot more, do a lot more, mix it with home education and things like that. I mean, I just said to Sean, do you want to come in and pot these tomato plants with me? She goes, that sounds boring. So I don't think she's going to be into gardening. I mean, she knows about plants and how they grow and everything, but she doesn't really want to do gardening. It's too boring. So I couldn't get her to come in and do that. So anyway, we'll catch up with you the end of it. Last week, do you know, I said I'll do my gardening collab on Friday, and I appeared on Thursday. I got all my days mixed up because everybody was off and home, and I got all my days mixed up. I thought it was a weekend when it wasn't, but not that it matters as long as I showed up. So it'll be Thursday or Friday this week when I come on. Actually, maybe Thursday, because if Friday I've got to do the shopping and go to the opticians and everything else, then I perhaps won't get time on Friday. So we'll aim for Thursday. We'll try and find you something home educational, what Sean's up to or what we've come across, anything really, and we'll come back on Thursday. So I shall see you on Thursday. Thanks for watching. Bye.